Tonight feels different, doesn't it? Not louder. Not brighter. But deeper. Quieter. Like something unseen is moving just beneath the surface of your life. You didn't click on this by accident. You didn't land here randomly. Something inside you, something you can't fully explain, pulled you here. Maybe you've been tired. Not just physically, but emotionally. Spiritually. Like you've been carrying something heavy, and no one really knows. You smile during the day. You talk like everything is fine. But when the night comes, when the lights go out, that's when the thoughts get louder. That's when the questions come. God, are you even there? Do you see me? Do you hear me, at all? And tonight, I need you to slow down, just for a moment. Take a breath. Because what you're about to experience is not just another prayer. This is a moment. A real moment. A moment where heaven leans in and listens. And maybe, just maybe, speaks back. So don't rush this. Let the silence wrap around you. Let your heart soften. Because tonight, God is closer than you think. Closer than your next breath. You don't need perfect words. You don't need a perfect life. You don't even need strong faith right now. You just need to be here. Still. Honest. Open. Because God doesn't speak the loudest in chaos. He speaks in the quiet. And right now, this quiet is sacred. So let's begin. Father, here we are. No filters. No pretending. Just us and you. You see everything. The things we say out loud and the things we hide deep inside. You see the pain we don't talk about. The memories we try to forget. The fears that wake us up in the middle of the night. You see it all. And somehow, you still love us. That kind of love, it doesn't make sense. But it's real. God, tonight we're not asking for something complicated. We just want to hear you. Even if it's a whisper. Even if it's just a feeling. Even if it's a small piece that we can't explain. Speak to us. Speak into the places we don't show anyone else. Speak into our doubts. Our confusion. Our broken pieces. Because sometimes, we don't even understand ourselves. And yet, you do. You always have. God, there are moments when life feels overwhelming. Like we're running, but getting nowhere. Like we're trying, but nothing is changing. And it's exhausting. So tonight, we stop running. We sit here, in this moment, with you. And we listen. Do you feel that? That stillness? That slight shift in the air? That's where he moves. Not in pressure. Not in fear. But in peace. A peace that doesn't force its way in, but gently invites you to receive it. God, we surrender tonight. Not because we have everything figured out, but because we don't. We give you our worries. Our fears about tomorrow. Our regrets from yesterday. All of it. Because carrying it alone is too heavy. And you never asked us to carry it alone. You said, come to you. So here we are. And God, as we lay here tonight, speak to our hearts in a way we cannot ignore. Let your voice cut through the noise. Let it be clear. Let it be undeniable. Not loud, but certain. Like a quiet knowing deep inside. Remind us that we are not forgotten. That we are not invisible. That our story still matters. Even now. Even here. God, there are people listening right now who feel lost. Like they've taken too many wrong turns. Like they've gone too far to come back. But you You are the God who finds people in the dark. So find them tonight. Right where they are. No matter how far they feel. You are closer. No matter how broken they feel. You restore. No matter how silent life has been. You speak. And tonight, you will speak. Not in fear. Not in judgment. But in love. A love so deep. It reaches places nothing else can. So God. As their eyes slowly close. Let your presence fill the room. Let every anxious thought begin to fade. Let every heavy feeling start to lift. And in its place, bring peace. Real peace. The kind that doesn't make sense. The kind that stays even when everything else feels uncertain. God, whisper to them tonight. In their dreams. In their thoughts. In that quiet space between sleep and waking. Let them feel you. Let them know, without a doubt. You are here. Because sometimes, that's all we need. Not answers. Not explanations. Just you. And God. If there's something they've been waiting to hear. Something they've been praying about. Something they've been silently hoping for. Speak. Even if it's not what they expect. Even if it's different than what they planned. Because your voice is truth. And your truth sets us free. God, we trust you tonight. Even when it's hard. Even when we don't understand. We trust that you are working. Even in the silence. We trust that you are moving. Even when we can't see it. We trust that tonight is not ordinary. That something is shifting. Something is aligning. Something is beginning. So as sleep comes, let it not just be rest for the body, but healing for the soul. Let burdens break. Let wounds close. Let hearts soften. And when morning comes, let something feel different. Lighter. Clearer. Stronger. Because you spoke. And when you speak, everything changes. Stay here for a moment longer. Don't rush away. Let the silence speak. Let your heart listen. Because right now, in this quiet, God is closer than ever. And He's not done yet. Not with you. Not with your story. Not with your life. This is just the beginning. Sleep in peace tonight. You are seen. You are heard. You are loved. And God is speaking. Don't move too quickly. Stay right here, in this quiet moment. Because something is still unfolding. You may not see it. You may not even feel it clearly yet. But deep inside, something is shifting. Like a door, slowly opening in the dark. And maybe, just maybe, this is the moment you've been waiting for, without even knowing it. There was a night, not so different from this one. Someone just like you. Lying awake, staring into the darkness. No answers. No clarity. Just questions. Heavy questions. Why am I here? Why does this hurt so much? God, if you're real, why can't I hear you? The room was silent. Too silent. The kind of silence that feels loud. And then, something changed. Not suddenly. Not dramatically. But gently. Like a whisper brushing against the soul. Not a voice you hear with your ears. But something deeper. Something you feel. A thought that didn't come from fear. A calm that didn't come from logic. Just a quiet knowing. I am here. That's all it said. But it was enough. Because in that moment, everything shifted. The fear didn't disappear instantly. The problems didn't magically go away. But something inside became steady. grounded, held. And tonight, that same presence is here. Right now. With you. God, we lean in closer. Not physically, but spiritually. We quiet every distraction, every wandering thought, every noise trying to pull us away from this moment. Because this moment matters. This is where you speak. God, sometimes we expect you to come in powerful, loud ways. Thunder. Fire. Something undeniable. But more often, you come in stillness. In whispers. In peace. And if we're not careful, we miss it. So tonight, we don't want to miss you. We choose to slow down. To listen, not just with our ears, but with our hearts. Speak to us in a way only you can. A way that reaches past our doubts. Past our fears. Past everything we've been carrying. God, there are hidden places inside us. Places we don't show anyone. Not friends. Not family. Not even ourselves sometimes. But you see them. Every detail. Every hidden wound. Every silent cry. And instead of turning away, you come closer. That kind of love. It changes things. So tonight, we let you in. Fully. No walls. No hiding. Just honesty. God, if there's something in us that needs to be healed, touch it. Gently. Not all at once. But enough to remind us that healing has already begun. If there's something we've been holding on to, that's been hurting us, give us the strength to release it. Not tomorrow. Not someday. But tonight. Because we don't want to carry what you've already taken from us. God, speak into our identity. Because sometimes, we forget who we are. We listen to voices that tear us down. Voices that say, "You're not enough. You've failed too many times. You'll never change." But those voices are not yours. Your voice sounds different. It lifts. It restores. It reminds. So remind us tonight. Remind us that we are chosen. That we are loved. That we are not defined by our past. That even now, you are writing something new. God, for the person listening who feels alone, wrap them in your presence. Let them feel it. Not imagined. Not forced. But real. Like warmth in a cold room. Like light breaking through darkness. Let them know they are not walking through life alone. You've been there every step. Even when they didn't notice. Even when they doubted. You never left. And you're not leaving now. Do you feel that? That calm, slowly settling in? That quiet reassurance building inside? That's not random. That's Him. Working in ways you can't fully explain. And you don't need to explain it. You just need to receive it. God, tonight we give you permission. Permission to interrupt our thoughts. To redirect our minds. To replace fear with peace. Replace confusion with clarity. Replace heaviness with rest. Because we trust you. Even here. Even now. Even in the middle of everything we don't understand. God, speak into our future. Not with detailed plans, but with peace. Because sometimes, we don't need to know everything. We just need to know that you are already there. Waiting. Preparing. Making a way where we can't see one yet. God, if there are decisions we're struggling with, whisper guidance. Not pressure. Not fear. But a gentle direction. A nudge. A clarity that feels right. Because your voice doesn't confuse. It aligns. It settles. It leads, without forcing. So lead us tonight. Even in our sleep. Even in our dreams. Speak in ways that stay with us, even when we wake up. God, we surrender control. The need to figure everything out. The need to understand every detail. The need to fix everything ourselves. We let it go. Right here. Right now. And in its place. We choose trust. Simple trust. The kind that rests. The kind that breathes. The kind that says, God, you've got this. And as your body begins to relax, as your breathing slows, let every word sink deeper. Let every truth settle into your heart. Because this isn't just a prayer. This is a moment of connection. A real one. And it's still happening. God is still speaking. Not all at once. Not all clearly. But piece by piece. Moment by moment. And you don't need to rush it. You don't need to force it. Just stay. Just listen. Just be. Because tonight, He is closer than ever before. And He's not finished yet. Not even close. So rest now. But stay open. Because the voice of God doesn't stop when you fall asleep. Sometimes, that's when it becomes the clearest. Stay with me, just a little longer. Don't let your mind drift away yet. Because something deeper is happening now. Something quieter, but more powerful than anything loud. This is the part where most people miss it. Not because God isn't speaking, but because they stop listening too soon. But you're still here. And that matters. Right now, your body is beginning to rest. Your breathing is slower. Your thoughts, softer. The noise of the day is fading. And in this space, this fragile, sacred space between waking and sleep, this is where God often speaks the clearest. Not in full sentences. Not always in words. But in impressions. In images. In gentle nudges. In a peace that settles so deeply. It feels like it's always been there. God, we are here again. Not asking for more. But simply staying present. Because sometimes, the miracle is not in receiving. But in realizing. You've been here all along. God, speak now in the quietest way. The way that bypasses logic. The way that reaches straight into the soul. Because there are things inside us that words can't fix. But your presence can. For the one listening right now. The one who feels like they're holding everything together. But inside, they're tired. So tired. God sees you. Not the version you show the world. But the real you. The one who overthinks. The one who replays conversations. The one who wonders if they're doing enough or being enough. And tonight, God is not asking you to do more. He's asking you to rest. To release. To let go, even if just for a moment. Because you were never meant to carry everything alone. There's someone listening right now. And you didn't even realize how much you needed this. You thought it was just another video. Just something to fall asleep to. But now, something feels different. You feel seen. Understood. Almost like someone knows exactly what you've been going through. That's not a coincidence. That's God, reaching you. Right where you are. God, for the one who feels stuck. Like life hasn't moved in a long time. Break that feeling tonight. Not by changing everything instantly. But by shifting something inside. A new perspective. A new strength. A quiet courage that rises from within. Because sometimes, the biggest change starts where no one can see. God, there are silent prayers. Prayers that were never spoken out loud. Dreams that were never shared. Fears that were buried so deep they almost disappeared. But you heard them. Every single one. And tonight, you respond. Not always with answers, but with presence. Because your presence is the answer we didn't know we needed. Do you feel that warmth? That stillness wrapping around you? That's not just relaxation. That's peace. Real peace. The kind that doesn't depend on circumstances. The kind that stays even when nothing around you changes. Hold on to that. Let it sink deeper. Because this is what your soul has been craving. God, as sleep comes closer, we ask for something sacred. Not just rest, but restoration. Restore what's been drained. Restore what's been broken. Restore what's been lost over time. Piece by piece. Gently. Lovingly. Because you don't rush healing. You nurture it. God, speak through dreams tonight. Not confusion, but clarity. Not fear, but peace. Let there be moments, even in sleep, where something clicks, where something makes sense, where something inside whispers, "It's going to be okay." Because that's your voice, always leading us back to hope. And if the night gets quiet, if there's a moment where you almost wake up, where everything feels still, listen. Because sometimes, that's when he speaks the clearest. Not to startle you, not to overwhelm you, but to gently remind you, I'm still here. I've always been here. I'm not going anywhere. God, remove every hidden anxiety, every lingering fear, every thought that tries to steal peace from this moment. Replace it. Fill that space with calm, with trust, with a deep, unshakable knowing that you are in control, even now. And as your body sinks deeper into rest, as your mind slowly lets go, as sleep begins to take over, let this truth remain. You are not alone. You have never been alone. And tonight, God has spoken. Maybe not in the way you expected. Maybe not in words you can repeat. But in a way your soul understands. And that's enough. So don't try to analyze it. Don't try to hold on to every detail. Just rest in it. Let it carry you into sleep. Let it stay with you through the night. Because when morning comes, something will feel different. Not everything, but something. A little lighter. A little clearer. A little stronger. And you won't fully understand why. But deep down, you'll know. God met you here. In the quiet. In the stillness. In this moment. So sleep now. Without fear. Without heaviness. Without the need to figure everything out. Because tonight, you were heard. You were held. You were answered. And this is not the end. This is the beginning of something new.